right. Okay, so we're gonna be talking more about how to play before we do like maybe like a couple rounds for actual gameplay. Okay, so we ended up with the basic end of the. Oops, I was looking at some. That you gain as many cards to start off in your starting hand according to how many lives you have. Sheriff is the first player. Now in your hand. Sorry, I did this one-handed. You'll start by taking 2 cards. You'll draw 2 cards. And the symbols here. Yeah, I was trying to fix it. The symbols here will tell you what to do. No, I already know, but I could show you guys. Okay, so you will be looking for this symbol here, and it is a bang. So you're pretty much going to try to hit, and who are we trying to hit? We're looking for 3 hats, so all other players. So if this person were to start off, he would be using the Gatling to hit every player, and they will either take a hit or they will play a card to dodge it. And they would only be able to dodge it if they have a card with a missed symbol, a straw through the hat. Well, I guess it's like a bullet, but that's just what I say to, because I have like younger kids. So we have a bang, which will allow you to hit anybody, allow you to hit someone. Missed, regain 1 life point. If there's multiple symbols, like 2 of these, like 1 card does, that means you will gain 2 lives. You force someone to discard a card, either from the field or from the hand. Draw a card from someone, either from their field or their hand. And then the hats tell you pretty much who you are able to target. Any one player. All other players, any one player at a reachable distance, any one player at a distance up to the number. So this isn't always a 1, but it generally always is. And then the details are in the rulebook if you need to specify what something happens. So right now this person has a Gatling, a scope. It doesn't do one of those, but it does tell you view others at a distance -1. And pretty soon we'll talk about the distances in a second. Here's one of those cards that really allows you to gain a life. Bang, and this card is important. I'll explain why in a second. Rattlesnake and one of these. With this symbol though, when cards have a symbol like that, you are going to draw. It says to draw a card, but this time it isn't from a certain player. It is from the top of the draw deck. And we're on top of the deck here, and what you would just basically do is just flip it over, and if it is according to what it says, then the effect takes place. So if this was a heart, it would have equaled a miss, but since it wasn't, the person would have had to play a miss, and those go into the discard pile to be used. On your turn, you can play as many cards as you want. If this person had 2 Gatlings, you could play 2 Gatlings. You could only play cards on your. You could play. Okay, so brown cards are pretty much like effect cards. It's going to pretty much take the effect right away. Blue cards are cards that are placed in front of yourself, and they will do different things for you. And there are a few blue cards where you will play on other people and it'll tell you what to do. Like the Rattlesnake here, you play on any one player, and at the beginning of his turn, that player draws. On spades, he loses 1 life. So that's where you would do the thing in the beginning. And if it is what it says, you do the effect, so this person will take a hit. So you can play as many cards as I said, as many cards as you want or can. Except cards that are on the field, on your field, you can only have 1 of that copy. So this person, if they were to have it, cannot play another barrel. They would just have to either keep it or discard it at the end of their turn. And this person can have 1 scope. If this person were to have like 2 Gatlings, he could play the Gatlings twice, because he would do it once. Everyone, takes the hit or misses. It goes in the discard pile. And then they would play it again if they were to have it. Blue cards go on your field, and they stay on your field until they are discarded or drawn from another player. Oh, not this guy. green cards will go onto your field, and you cannot use them, depending what they are, until the end of that turn you play them. Some of them will be like a mist, so if the sheriff were to play this as a mist, and then that person were to shoot them, he could play it right away. But since it's not, he could use this if he still has it next turn or whenever turn he chooses. You just cannot play it and use it right away. And they are a one-time used item. Same thing for Rattlesnake. Since it is blue, it does stay on their field, so that person would have to try to get rid of it. You can play as many cards as you can, or as you want, that have this banged, that has the bang symbol. Okay, this part is confusing. Well, not to me. You can only have one bang. Ugh, sorry, I can't speak. You can play as many cards that has that symbol. So, you know, there's like a Gatling, a Punch, any player. That just means someone's going to take a hit. Except if it's this particular card. If it's this particular card, you can only play one of these. So you can still do a Gatling, which has that ability, and this card. But you could play two Gatlings in one turn. You cannot play two Bangs in one turn. Unless you are Willie the Kid, who is able to play as many Bangs as he can. Or if you have a certain volcanic gun. Now to start off, each player starts off with a Colt 45. And it is a distance of 1. So if you do not get any guns in your hand right away, you can target people one space in front of you, and you could kind of either way. So this person could be one space away from me, or 4 spaces away from me. In a 5-player game, the max is going to be up to 2, unless they play like a horse, which gives them +1, or a rock, a hideout, which gives them +1. So if this person were to have the hideout, let's just say, I don't know if I could find it really quickly. Oh, but I think I saw that card though. Yeah. Like this one here, if it has a line like that, that means you're going to do the top ability first, which would mean every other player, sorry, but you could kind of tell, I hope. That would mean every other player gains 1 life. Also, on the second ability, you gain 1 life. So most cards you can only heal yourself. I cannot find this rock. But anyway, if this person had the rock, which we might see in gameplay later, he would be at a distance of 2. So just having the Colt 45, he would be unreachable. So this person would only be able to play the Bang against this person. Rewards. There are certain cards and certain effects for certain roles. Anyone could play a jail card on any player except the sheriff. You cannot put the sheriff in jail, which I don't have a card out to show you guys what it looks like right now. If you kill someone and they happen to be the outlaw, you get a reward of drawing 3 cards. Any player could get that. Any player, if an outlaw kills an outlaw, if the deputy kills the outlaw, if the sheriff kills the outlaw, you get 3 cards. The only one big problem for the sheriff is that if he kills the deputy, that means the sheriff loses all the cards on his hand and his field as a punishment.